refreshing to have a little day baseball here in Philadelphia. Bright sunshine, very little wind. It's warm enough that Odubel's out warming up in shorts. Cesar Hernandez back in the leadoff spot. He's ready for a little action today. It's Weekends with Schmidt presented by Acme Markets as the Phils get set to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Phillies here at home so far, off to an amazing start, 7-1 so far since July 9th of last year. The Phillies are 31-18 here at home, which is the most wins in the National League. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Ben Davis and Mike Schmidt. Michael, welcome back as we get set for today's game. We're going to talk a little Odubel Herrera. He has been red hot for the Phils, and he's been a consistent piece in the middle of the lineup.
You're exactly right, fans. And in case you haven't noticed, he's been right in the middle of this winning streak the last couple of weeks. Fifth in batting average in the National League, fifth in hits in the National League, and third in multi-hit games. And last night was another multi-hit game. We're going to look at it right now. The biggest hit of the game, Cesar Hernandez on base. Boom, there's a line drive. He thought it was foul, actually. Line drive, ground ball, hard ground ball over the first base bag. And Odubel's rounding second, picks up the coach and diving into third, as Ben said, for the fans, right? Last night, Odubel Herrera, he's playing a great center field also. He's been on base for the fourth time in his career, 21 times so far. So let's hope he breaks that record. And he's a fun guy to watch for sure. He's a little quirky, but can't wait for him to come to home plate.
Well, he has been consistent. In fact, the top three hitters in that lineup have been consistent for the Phils, is where they are batting. And also consistent so far has been Aaron Nola. He's been pretty good in what we expected from him this year.
He's been really good, and that's what you want out of your ace every fifth day, for him to take that ball and go out and do what he does. What I liked about his last start is the fact that he didn't have his great curveball. He was able to do it with a very good fastball, mixing a few changeups. Had a curveball when he needed it. He made some good pitches with it, but he was predominantly with that fastball. And to able to get that many outs when you don't have your best stuff, that's the sign of a good pitcher.
Yeah, in fact, the last time out, it wasn't about him as much as it was about the Phillies offense. But the Phillies pitching rotation, a 3.05 ERA for the starters, tops in the National League. 5 home runs allowed. Think about all the home runs the starters allowed last year. That is the second least in National League play so far in 2018. All right, so it's a beautiful day for baseball. We get set for the Phils and the Pirates, Game 3. It'll be Nola against Steven Brault. We'll be back with lineups and first pitch when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to About ready to get underway. Aaron Nola is concluding his warm-up tosses. Let's look at the Pirates lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. Well, they've switched out the leadoff hitter. Sean Rodriguez will lead it off and play second base, but Francisco Cervelli really has been one of the hottest hitters for the Pirates, particularly on the road, but overall his last 9 games hitting .414. They will face Aaron Nola, who is 1-1 so far in this very young season. He has 15 strikeouts in 24 1/3, an earned run average of 2.22. And Ben, you said it best in the open. He didn't have his curveball last time. He had a pitch without his curveball. It was more of a show me pitch the last time.
It was. The 3 pitches that he will feature: fastball, change, and that good curve. But you're right. If you don't have a pitch on a particular day, how you get through that day really speaks volumes about what you can do.
Well, here's Rodriguez to lead it off. He came on as a pinch runner in last night's game, and he rips the first pitch foul. I guess he's wanted to hit for a few days.
Yep. He's also going to need a new bat.
Went a long way for a broken bat.
He sure did.
I guess I got to adjust my microphone here.
Rodriguez taking a very comfortable stroll. All right, a lot of hop. No balls and 1 strike.
Hey, let's go. Hey, better.
Rodriguez has struck out 5 times so far. He's 4 for 23 on the year. And he hits that one the opposite way. That is well hit, and it's not coming back.
Jeez.
So a leadoff home run, and the Pirates jump out to a 1-0 lead.
Now there's one, Ben, you may not have ever seen in baseball. Home run foul, left field, broke the bat, gets another bat, hits it in the 40 rows back in right field. That's covering the whole field.
Yeah, so much for pacing himself.
Gee. Live.
It's almost as if he knew it was coming.
It was almost like a left-hander hit it.
Whew.
Middle. It's about as straight as you're going to see Aaron Nola throw a fastball. Off the scoreboard.
That's little leadoff right-hander off the scoreboard to the opposite field. Wow. We do have a little wind help going that way, but still.
A little bit. It's not as strong as it was last night. And Polanco pops one down the left field line. Franco says he's got it, and he does. So 3 pitches, a foul ball, a home run, and a pop out to third. And Starling Marte will be the hitter.
Well, let's just don't take any pitches this whole game. Let's just swing at every pitch.
It's incredible, though. The first 2 hitters, I mean, they've gotten 3 pitches. They've swung at all 3.
I'll be honest, if against Aaron Nola, I see something straight first couple pitches, I'm having at it. I want to see that curveball.
All right, but would you throw a curveball here to kind of get Marte off the beaten path a little bit?
Depends on what the game plan is.
Marte 1 for 7 so far in this series. And he throws a changeup, and it's 1-0. Marte is 2 for 6 lifetime against Aaron. Bouncing ball foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. For Sean Rodriguez, his first career leadoff home run.
So he's a couple behind Ricky Henderson?
Just a slight, he's slightly behind him and Craig Biggio. Jimmy Rollins. Breaking ball and a good pitch, 1-2.
So is he faking a bunt there, or just apparently he was, but I wonder if that's what he was doing.
I think he was going to try and lay one down. It just buckled him.
Yeah,
that curveball just buckled
started at him. Yeah.
Swing and a miss. He got him. All right, Ben. So you might be right on to something. Don't want to get to that curveball. 2 outs. First strikeout for Nola. And now Josh Bell. 0 for 7 so far with a strikeout in the series. Outside with a fastball, 1-0. Bell, like a handful of other Pirates hitters, much better during day games hitting .417 with 11 runs batted in during day games. Do you guys like day games better than night games? I mean, you get such a routine going. Ben said yes.
I loved them.
Oh, not at all.
Mike says no.
Mess with my routine. I didn't like the
shadows,
visibility at home plate mostly.
Fouled away, 2-1.
I also got to play day games in 2 cities, in San Diego and Seattle, where playing a day game was very comfortable.
The whole getting ready for a game in the morning, Sunday games, Sunday day games, or any game that was, right around lunchtime. Chicago, of course, we had to do it in Chicago, but the whole thing of getting up early in the morning and the routine and going to the ballpark. And
you were a little foggy for a little while.
No, I kind of liked the routine better when I went to the park at 3 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So when spring training broke, you were the happiest player around, weren't you?
2 balls and 2 strikes to Bell. Curve ball off the end of the bat, flared out to right, and Altair is there. Side is retired, but the Pirates do score a run on the home run by Rodriguez, the first hitter of the game. Just 12 pitches, move to the bottom of the first. Up out of the mound, let's take a look at the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. Cesar leads it off, then Carlos Santana and Odubel Herrera. Hoskins batting cleanup once again. Maikel Franco moves up. Kingry's at shortstop for Crawford. And then Altair and Alfaro. And Nola rounds things out. They'll face the lefty Stephen Brault, 2-1, an ERA of 4.74. 17 hits and 9 walks. That's a high whip. In 19 innings of work. 26 base runners, Ben, in 19 innings of work.
And righties definitely hit him a lot better. 275 versus the 158 against lefties. He'll sit about 92 with that fastball, predominantly fastball slider.
Nice lineup too we're throwing at him. A lot of power, a lot of hitting on that right side. Hoskins, Franco, Kingry, Altair, Alfaro. Pretty potent. We can get Alfaro and Altair going here. Woo.
Yeah, just there's no lefties in this lineup today. A couple switch hitters. The first pitch coming to Cesar Hernandez. And a fastball, and it's 0-1. Cesar 4 for 8 in the series.
Can't say enough about him just from watching. He's been maybe the best leadoff hitter in the league right now. 420 on base percentage. That's what we've always been looking for from Cesar.
15 walks. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He just looks so comfortable.
Yes, for sure.
Like there's just no panic.
All of our hitters should watch him hit. Look at that pitch. Well, most of the guys would, I would, have to just have a sense that that was in the strike zone, right?
Breaking ball and a strike 3 call.
Back door. Little backdoor curveball. Cesar wished she'd have tried to foul that one off. You get a piece of it, right? Can't leave it in the umpire's hand.
And he knows it.
Used to hate that pitch. Dive it on the outside corner. Ooh, geez, dive it right down the middle, huh?
He must have been looking for something else, some other velocity than the curve.
Always happens, doesn't it, when you talk about a hitter?
Yeah. 1 ball and no strikes. Carlos Santana stands in. He's got the right color helmet on. Cesar was wearing the red helmet. This is the helmet that goes with these uniforms for the day games. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's why he struck out.
That's right.
Amazing you noticed that. You don't miss a trick.
It just looked different. The Phillies have worn this helmet, the red helmet, with this uniform back when they first started wearing them. One ball and 1 strike.
Nice discussion with John Malley, the hitting coach, this morning when I came in. Very interesting. Check his office. Keeps his office in the batting cage now, which I think every hitting coach would like to do. They had the whole thing remodeled. They got big video screens and such in there. And we talked about Santana, who's struggled at a rough start, and he's a natural right-handed hitter for the people out there watching.
Well, there's ball 4.
And his strong arm, of course, is his right arm, and that's why he tends to cut across the ball a little bit.
That's
of the
interesting.
The influence of his top hand. They have that all monitored down there, and they show him and talk to him about it all the time. Unlike left-handed, where he stays through the ball more.
Well, and I think it's interesting because it was in Atlanta, I think, Ben, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it was in Tampa, but they brought in a lefty to face him, and I thought it was odd because he is a natural right-handed hitter, but his power comes from the left side, so that answered part of the question, but what you just said probably answers the other part of the question.
It's the old tendency to roll over the ball, and he's probably much more comfortable hitting the ball the opposite way from the left side than he is from the right side.
Odubel takes down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
And you know what, Mike? It's evident in batting practice. He stays more in the middle, left-handed, I think. Right-handed, he gets a little, I wouldn't say pull happy, but he definitely hits more balls to the left side from the right side.
Ben, did you ever become more comfortable from the left side than the right side?
I was always more comfortable left-handed because I had more ABs left-handed.
Oh, that's true.
You're natural or what?
Natural right.
Yeah.
But I felt more power right-handed.
Now, I'm going to just throw my 2 cents in there. I switch hit in high school in the first year in college, and natural right-handed, of course, felt more comfortable up there, you know, hit the ball a lot further. But my strong side was my right side. So when you go to the left side, you feel more of a pull of your strong side through the ball.
Bouncing ball back toward the middle. Mercer's got it, steps on second for 1, and is able to turn the double play. So a 6-3 double play. That wraps up the home first inning for the Phils. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. We'll go to the second. 1-0 Pirates. The ballpark who are 14 and under will receive the Tasty Cake Odubel Herrera emoji cap. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Corey Dickerson will lead it off. Dickerson 0 for 7 so far in the series, and he bounces one back toward the middle. Diving stop Cesar, and by the time he comes up, Dickerson is already at first. Boy, they are swinging early, Ben. I think what you said is right on.
I think it's a good strategy against Nola. Like you said earlier, Ben, hop on that fastball.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, that curveball, and it looks like he does have a really good one today. I don't want to wait around for that.
It's the old Nolan Ryan theory, man. First thing I saw out over the plate to my right, I was swinging at. Now, of course, Nola and Alfaro, I think they got wind of that. So let's see if we start some early curveballs for strike one.
Francisco Cervelli is the hitter, and he shows bunt, takes a curveball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Boy, I like this Cervelli. You probably like him too. I know you watched him last few games.
Yeah.
Sweet behind the plate, isn't he?
He's soft, very soft hands, very good arm.
You can tell he just loves what he's doing. He loves being back behind home plate.
Very durable throughout his career.
I think he's one of those guys that you like if he's on your team, but in the opposite dugout sometimes, you know, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of chatter.
Little old Odubel Herrera like.
Well, I think there is some of that, yeah. I mean, not many catchers have that, but I do think there is some of that. The runner goes, pitches hit foul, and it's 1-1. Are you waving to somebody, Ben, or are you saying that that's what you were?
No,
you were chatty?
No, I was waving to someone.
Oh, okay.
No, but he can chat back there.
You know what I'm saying?
He's got the gift of gab. Yeah, so I'm with you.
But I do remember the story. That Clint Hurdle said that when he was with Texas, he would watch Cervelli when he was with the Yankees. And he just put it in the back of his mind and thought to himself, you know, I might want to have a guy like that on my team. So when he got the Pirates job, he was available.
He made a nice pass at that hit and run curveball, right? That thing started behind him and broke over the plate. He stayed with it and fouled it off. Got a little aggressive approach here with Aaron. First ball hitting, moving base runners, hitting and running.
Fly ball center field, and Odubel took a step back, but he's there to recover and make the catch. And 1 out. Whether it's a Jake Arrieta gem, a Rhys Hoskins homer, or Scott Kingery doing what, well, Scott Kingery does. You never have to miss a moment of Phillies baseball with the NBC Sports app. It's easy to download and install, so you can catch the Phils on all of your devices. There's Kingery playing shortstop today. J.P. Crawford off with the lefty on the mound.
Well, we got the most versatile player in the league on this team.
Certainly do. And in years past, the Phillies have had versatile guys. Tomas Perez, Wilson Valdez, Andres Blanco. But they are different than Kingery, because Kingery is a versatile player who probably needs to play every day.
And when I think of Scott Kingery, I think of offense first. And nothing against those other guys that you mentioned, but, you know, there's a reason why they're not playing every day. Very versatile defensively, but maybe lacking a little bit offensively.
No balls and 1 strike. Fastball misses inside.
As time goes on, if this goes on all year, I'm curious to know if his preparation for games at different positions, the pressure he might feel playing different positions, is going to affect the rest of his game. Because when you play the same position every day, your pregame thinking and preparation can go directly toward your hitting. You know, the move from second to short, and a little more throwing, about the same responsibility though. Third base, left field, you know, not so much, but
I think one thing that we've noticed whether it be the outfield assist in left field last homestand or the play at third the other day, is that his arm, which we had heard was quality. Ground ball to first. That could be two.
Tag him.
And there's two. We didn't get a chance to see it there, but his arm is a plus arm, whether it be at third base, in left field, or at shortstop. Well, over at first base, Carlos Santana is a plus defender. He was right near the bag, so he figured, why not? And then the double play recorded. 3-6. One hit for the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Your experience to catch every moment this season. Get the Phillies home screen icon and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Pirates. Rhys Hoskins will start it off against Steven Brault. 25-year-old. He'll be 26 next week. And a high fly ball to deep left field. Is it fair or foul? It's going to be foul. Well, if the first at bat by Rodriguez is any indication, this one should go into the seats and right.
You don't see Rhys do this a ton. Jump on that first pitch. But if there was a time to ambush somebody, that was it.
One ball and one strike. Check swing. He went, says the first base umpire, Nick Lentz. And it's 1-2, which has not been a problem for Rhys this year. Rhys is hitting .308 with 2 strikes. Phillies as a team, their 2-strike average continues to be above average.
Can't tell you how important that is, too. It's a great confidence builder if you know that you're confident with 2 strikes, that you're good with 2 strikes. For a big man, Rhys definitely is.
Three and 2. So now he works the count back full 3-2.
But what I think makes him so successful is he has the same approach 0-0 as he does 3-1 or 0-2. It's always the same approach.
And that one's smoked deep to center field. Marte is back. He's got room and he makes the catch.
Must have just missed that one. There again, the wind. The wind's blowing in from left field to right field, so it probably did hurt that ball a little bit, but Rhys probably got it down on the end of the bat just a touch. You know, here we go.
You're right.
That contact looked pretty good to me on that bat. Could be blowing harder down there on that field than we know.
Maikel Franco, the hitter.
I've always thought if a batter like Reese, for example, can keep his walks and his strikeouts right around the same number, he would be an awesome hitter. Think about that. Walks and strikeouts. That means a 100-walk guy like Reese is most likely going to be. A foul ball. That'll blow that foul. That good old wind blew it right in the stands. But a 100-walk guy like Reese is going to be. Imagine if he just has 100 strikeouts as opposed to 150 or 160.
And do you think he can be that kind of guy?
Sure.
I mean, if the first 19, now 20 games is an indication. Yeah. That one's pulled, foul at 1-2. Today's ball game is also available in Spanish. Just use the SAP button on your television or change the language through the menu on your cable box.
For all that Michael's going through this year, he's still close to the league lead in RBIs.
17 runs batted in. He strikes out for the second strikeout of the day for Brault. Prior to that at bat or that strikeout, his numbers at home have been very good. 2 outs. Here's Scott Kingery.
Got to be your pick for rookie of the year, doesn't it?
Well, his numbers have been in the mix with the others. Swing and a miss.
I mean, staying healthy, playing somewhere every day, getting 500 at bats. He'd be a tough one not to vote on for.
Yeah, the guy from San Diego, the Villanueva kid, he's having a pretty good start. 14 RBIs, 6 home runs.
6.
Yeah.
See that ball he hit?
I did.
Last night? My goodness. 489?
I didn't see the exact distance. I saw where it went. Bouncing ball up the third base line, foul. And it remains no balls and 2 strikes. But I think that those 2 guys are going to be in the conversation for this year. The other guy too, which I didn't even realize he was a rookie, is in those categories, is Colin Moran, the third baseman for the Pirates. There he is. Oh, 2 pitch to Kingery. And a little low, 1-2.
Pretty good snag by Cervelli.
Yeah, called the old arm ripper. Feels like your left shoulder's going to pop out of the socket.
Why don't you just let that go?
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Kingery says no way, and he's tagged out for the final out. No runs.
That on replay.
Yeah, no runs, no hits, and nobody left. Couple of strikeouts for Brault. We'll take a look at that at bat for Kingery. The last pitch as we go to break. Looked like it's close. Looked like he did hold.
They're right.
You think so?
Those umpires, they're something.
We'll go to the third. 1-0 Pirates. Pirates as we go to the top of the third inning. Jordy Mercer will lead it off. Mercer, a .254 hitter on the year. He's 2 for 5 against Aaron Nola. Change up to start it off. It's 0-1. This is the 4th start for Nola against the Pirates. We've seen his other 3. This is a different approach by the Pirates, but it's 0-2.
Looks on TV, probably can't appreciate that last pitch. That, oof, there's a better one. But that pitch literally starts out what feels like to be a foot behind your back. You're a switch hitter, but I want to tell you, this one was a real good one, the strikeout pitch, obviously. But the one before it started behind his back and broke all the way across the outside corner.
And because he throws it out of the same arm angle, once you see that initial jump, you're thinking, oh, it's coming at my head.
Right. Exactly.
Steven Brault, the hitter. Brault, 7 for 28 in his career, and he takes a fastball. It's 0-1. Phillies starters are on a good run. We mentioned it during the open. 3 earned runs or fewer in 10 consecutive starts. It's the first time they've done that since September of 2015. 0-2. Aaron Nola has 7 starts of 2 or fewer runs and 5 or fewer hits.
Good old John Denny on there. I believe that was 83.
I think it was a carryover from 83.
No, 84. Okay.
Popped up down the left field line. Hoskins on the run, and he's there. 2 outs. Time now for the Rams Trucks Stump the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. The question, guys, who are the only 2 Pirates with 4 career 3 home run games? 4 career 3 home run games. Answer will be revealed a little later on. 4 career 3 home run games. There are 2 guys.
Each guy's had 3, 4 times?
Each guy's had 3, 4 times, yeah.
Whoa.
Here's Rodriguez, who hit a home run 406 feet from home plate his first time up.
And by the way, opposite field, 406 feet opposite field.
Curveball 0-2. Curveball waved at it, missed.
That's why he went after the couple hitters.
Not going to go get a fastball this time. 1, 2, 3 go the Buccos. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Pirates. local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. It's 1-0 Pirates as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Well, we'd like to wish a happy 62nd wedding anniversary to Jack and Jean Shore. Jack would normally be sitting up in the press box somewhere near Greg Castriato and Kenny Ayers. Kenny's with the beard. And Jack and Jean are off celebrating today. Happy 62nd wedding anniversary, Jack and Jean Shore. Jack has been covering sports in Philadelphia, for a long time. Mike, he was covering sports when you were playing.
Yes, sir.
He's a good man. 1 ball and 1 strike.
How many years for you and Donna, Mike?
43.
Tom?
This will be our 25th this year. One and 2. There, fouls it to the right. Aaron 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts in this series. Gabe has talked about his approach. John Melly has as well. John's talked about timing. Gabe's talked about Aaron's approach. Feels like he's getting there. He's very close to getting where he needs to be. 2 and 2.
There's 2 guys in a row in the lineup right here. We need to get them going. There's been sometimes when you're really trying hard to get going, you take the walk totally out of your frame of mind. Right, there's ball 4 right there. You just aren't confident in waiting on the ball and identifying it.
What a way. The student steal is back for all high school, college, and graduate students. It's a $15 John plus a voucher for anything out at Ashburn Alley. The voucher includes tickets and Chickies and Pizza crab fries, Tony Luke's, or a Hatfield hot dog and Coke. Good for any home game in April and September. Order as many times as you like. Go to Phillies.com/student-steal or order by showing your student ID here at the ballpark on game days.
Ball's K 3 hitters in a row. To start putting this ball in play here. That's a guy that needs to too. He's been struggling as well. This little loss of confidence. Not a boy. Just a little single. Just a little single. Not a 500-foot home run.
Checked his swing. 2-1.
See, there's a good example of not feeling comfortable at home plate. Then you get a 2-0 count. You get a fastball right down Broadway, and you check swing. Right, so sort of caught in between.
I think that's just a matter of him trusting himself. When I get into grooves like that, when I was playing it, you would swing at the bad pitches and take the good ones because you didn't trust yourself. You didn't trust what you're seeing.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's a 3-1 fastball right down the middle, and he was so tight.
Yes,
his muscles, everything was so tight. He swings so big at this ball.
This ball's by him.
It's by him. It's almost in the glove. And you can just tell by his presence in the plate right now. He's insecure with himself. He's just uneasy at home plate right now.
And ball 4, so he draws a walk.
And that's a good sign. Oh, that ball was close though. But we'll take the walk.
Second walk allowed by Brault, who was not allowed a base hit. Aaron Nola, who is 0 for 8 this year with 7 strikeouts, will be the hitter. You guys bunting him here?
Go first pitch, hit and run.
I don't know. It depends on what sabermetrics say.
They just haven't proven to me that they can get bunts down.
And that's part of the decision making.
And by the way, I don't say that, you know, disrespecting anybody.
No, I know.
They go by things like that. I mean, they can find out the percentage of times that a bunt with 1 out leads to a run scored.
Right.
That's a good point. It is. It's a good point. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-1. The other part of it too is Brault's not overpowering. So if you take Ben's thought and have a hit and run, I mean, Aaron Nola could get this guy.
I don't have a problem either with squaring around and trying to chop the ball right to third base right now either. You watch his third baseman. He's coming hard. You square around right now and then chop a ball somewhere. You never know.
How about where Polanco's playing in right field? He's got the right field line covered. Butted toward the first base side. It's a good bunt, getting the runner up. Sacrifice is successful.
Well done.
Very well done with the infielders right in your face at home plate.
When I say that the pitchers haven't proven to me that they can do it, well, keep doing this. Prove it to me. This is perfect form. Barrel above your hands. You're not going up and down with your head. Ball stays on plane.
7th career sacrifice. And it's 1-0. Phil's still looking for their first hit.
This guy reminds me of back in the day, John Tudor.
I was going to ask you if there was
got a little
anybody
hop
that
on the
stood out.
ball. If you can throw it up in the strike zone. Got a very disguised forkball kind of change up. Looks like a fastball. Good athlete. Got the slider down and in to get you to pound it off your toe. Like that. Okay, so now it's the forkball, right? It's a changeup.
Might try and back foot that slider like he did to Aaron Altair. He's been trying to go 4-seamers away, but he's not been able to get it there to Cervelli.
Fly ball out to center field, and Marte is there to put it away.
It was that slider.
Phillies leave one in scoring position. Still no hits for the Phils for the first 3. That's not stopping the green guy. Gregory Polanco, Starling Marte, and Josh Bell. Well, Murph, we know the damage that Polanco has done against the Phils during his career, but even as established as he is, he made some adjustments physically this past offseason.
Yeah, Tom, you're right about that. You know, he is probably one of the most important pieces the Pittsburgh Pirates have going forward, but he's coming off what he claimed was his worst season in the big leagues. And if you look at the numbers, he played only 108 games last year. And he says it all traces back in his mind to what he did before the 2017 season, and that was how he got ready for the season. Normally, he worked out and he worked on agility and flexibility, but last year he decided that he wanted to add some power. So he went into the weight room. He left his old trainer, went into the weight room, started really working on the weights and trying to build up his strength. And when he got to spring training, he was a much bigger player, but not nearly as flexible. And the injuries, well, they started right away. He had a problem with his shoulder early in March, then he had a hamstring problem, then he came back, had a groin issue, and then 2 more hamstring problems that put him back on the disabled list, and he really just never got it going. So he said before this season, he was going back to the way it was. He was working on flexibility and less power. He came into camp much lighter than he was a year ago, with a lot less body fat as well, and he believes that's going to make all the difference. He says he feels leaner and more ready for the season than he ever has. The power numbers are still there for Polanco early this year. The batting average not so much, but he does think over the long haul it's going to be a good move for him.
Yeah, and I think what we've noticed, Mike, I don't know if you've noticed it in his first 2 at-bats, right now it's just mechanical. It's more he's just a long swing as he's up at the plate.
I always loved him as a hitter. I remember him as more of sort of down to the ball. I know I bring that up a lot, but I remember him hitting some high pitches that, you know, he just got his hands up on top of them and kind of, it's hard to get level on a high pitch, but he could do it. And that's a unique ability to do that. I've always thought he's been a great hitter. I know he's young too.
Yeah, and I watch him from up here. It just seems like his first movement with his hands is towards the plate. It's not back towards the catcher. It just seems like he gets his first move is out towards the plate, and then he wraps himself around the baseball.
Well, he's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes as we begin the 4th inning.
And there are the times like you get that double down the line the other night. It was a direct approach to the ball, as opposed to being around it.
Left center field, Herrera. One out here in the 4th inning. There's a lot going on here in the city. This is here at the ballpark, and they're peeking at the last 4 minutes of the Sixers and the Heat. And yet again, the Sixers in the second half have come back to life, and they lead it right now by 6. With the last 4.5 minutes or so finishing things out.
Getting a little frisky earlier.
Very physical series. We were all refereeing up here before we did our open.
It's hard to believe those games are just, they're so physical.
They
They're
really
so
are.
big, and I'm surprised there isn't more confrontations in basketball than there is.
Bouncing ball foul, 1-1. Our buddy John Kruk is at that game today. If you text him right now, he will not, probably will not answer. Well, he might answer actually. One ball and 1 strike to Marte. He struck out his last time, and a fastball right at the knees, and it's 1-2.
Good luck hitting that one.
So Crucky would drive over from.
Drove over. Yep. He and his son Kyle was part of Kyle's birthday gift.
Oh, there you go. Little alligator alley.
Yeah. Curveball dribbled foul.
Marte's a good hitter too. Nice quiet stance, short swing.
I can count the 3rd changeup he's thrown Marte in his first couple at bats. His first bat, he started him off with back-to-back changeups.
And a fastball, strike 3 calls. 2 outs, strikeout number 4. Let's take a look at the where the pitch was. Our pitch cast presented by PJ Witherhands.
Just caught the bottom part of the strike zone. I'd say Aaron Nola worked him over a little bit in that at bat.
Yeah.
Him a little bit of everything.
Josh Bell flied out to right field his first time up. Had a changeup. Did not look like a bad location for that changeup. Another one, same spot. This time a strike, 1-1.
Pirates bench is barking. See Lance Barrett turning over there.
They were all pointing when he looked over. Turn your head the other way.
Still hear guys in the dugout yelling, "Tuck him in, Rabbit." Rabbit ears.
Well, you get a little frustrated when you've lost the first 2 games of a series, and whoops. Oh my gosh, they're going to be yelling now, folks.
What do you say? Gave him a free strike? Well, according to PitchCast, they have a little bit of a gripe.
Yes, they do.
2-2. Fly ball left field. And Reese is under it. And a 1-2-3 4th inning for Aaron Nola. We'll move on to the bottom of the 4th. Carlos Santana to lead it off. The 4th inning. Kids are enjoying the Fanatic rock climbing wall out in right field. A little young lady trying to get her way down, I think. Nope, she's going up. She's going up. On the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Santana walked his first time up. Inside, 1-1. Working against lefty Stephen Brault, who was not allowed to hit through the first 3 innings. I bet you there's 25-year-old from Regis University in Denver, Colorado. You might say to yourself, why would he go to Regis to play baseball? Well, he was recruited by a number of high-level Division I programs. But Regis University had a music program that he wanted to join because he is an accomplished singer. And apparently when he was looking at schools, he felt like that program was the best program to fit his music and baseball desires. So he performs in the off season.
And they figured the professional scouts would find him.
High fly ball to left center field. Dickerson is there, but he makes the catch. They figured the professional scouts would find him, and if not, then he would slide over to what he would deem his second career, which is to be a singer. His idol is Pavarotti, and he hopes at the end of his career to continue to sing as a living.
So Regis University, Division II.
Yeah.
It's a private co-educational Roman Catholic Jesuit university in Denver, Colorado. Division II.
Do you know who went to Regis University?
I do not know.
Bill Murray.
Really?
Yes. I don't know how long he stayed. Odubel lines one to center field, and Marte is there.
That was a rocket.
That's a hang with him.
Wow. Well, good hitters make a lot of outs with hard hit balls.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Nissan. ShopChooseNissan.com. 2 away for Rhys Hoskins.
You guys are a plethora of information.
But I think what you said, though, Mike, and this is what folks have to realize, is that if you're good, scouts are going to find you. Change up low. 1 ball, no strikes. Cervelli held it there for a moment. Inside.
Left-handed pitchers in the big leagues. I've always felt there's something unique about those guys. Those left-handers, crafty left-handers. They all have something.
Oh, they're unique, all right. Some of them are a strange bunch.
2 balls and 1 strike. I think your thought about John Tudor, though, Mike, is John was a much more accomplished pitcher, but the theory on the Tudor style is right on.
And you look at a lot of lefties that they do okay in the big leagues, and you're thinking to yourself, man, if they were a righty, there's no way they'd have the same success.
No way they'd be in the big leagues.
No chance.
I can name a few.
No chance.
I'll name one. Yeah, maybe I should. He's a Hall of Famer. And I don't know that I've ever seen a right-hander with the particular pitching style.
Outside ball 4.
Tom Glavine could paint that outside corner.
Yes, he could.
Yeah. And he could throw that changeup. And he could throw that, you know, a similar kind of a pitch down and in as Brault has. And if he, can you imagine if he was a right-hander with the same repertoire?
Well, and he can compete too. He has that part of him in as well.
The other thing is he and Maddox and Smoltz, they were obviously all Hall of Fame pitchers, but they're also getting 3 inches off the plate back in the day.
Oh, here we go.
Can't tell me they weren't.
I never faced them.
You set up there and you threw it there, strike.
Well, that was all born out of the Greg Maddox approach to pitching.
But Charlie O'Brien would get back there. Javi Lopez, they would get the biggest targets they could as catchers.
And the more people talked about it, the more they got it.
Mm-hmm.
And a line drive out to right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. First hit of the day for the Phils. On his way to third is Hoskins. He'll get there sliding.
That's very nice right there. They're working on Michael to stay inside the baseball, prevent the rollover. You hit that ball at middle in like that to right field. That's a great stroke.
So let me ask you this, Michael. What prevents him from doing this more consistently? I mean, that's what they've been trying to get him to do for 2 years, 2+ years. And
you're right.
That is a thing of beauty. That was gorgeous.
Well, I think he's more adept at doing that against left-handed pitching, because the right-handed pitching, you know, starts more out, sort of like at your left shoulder as a hitter, righty on righty. But you just have to make yourself do that against
so you think
a right-handed pitcher. You have to say, hey, there's a lot of hits out there. In fact, there's more hits out there than there is the other way.
So you think having a lefty out there makes him stay on the ball longer?
Oh, without question. Without question.
Kingery struck out his first time up.
Excuse me, Tommy, but the left-handed pitches are entering the hitting zone from a totally different angle than the right-handed pitches are entering the hitting zone. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Maybe we can get a center field shot on the stylus over here, and I can show you what I mean. You can do it. Well, I can do it. Can we use it? There's a good shot right there.
Bouncing ball over to third. Yeah, the inning is over. 5-3 on the putout.
We'll do it when we come back.
All right. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left for the Phillies. We'll move to the 5th inning. It's the Pirates 1 and the Phillies nothing. Phillies welcome in the Braves, and on Friday, fans 15 and older will receive the Coca-Cola Phillies headphones and stay after the game for a free post-game concert featuring Zed. Order your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. Along with Mike Schmidt, Ben Davis, Greg Murphy, I'm Tom McCarthy. Corey Dickerson leads it off and takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Dickerson reached on a single his first time up. Cesar Hernandez made a diving play on it up the middle. Change up outside, 1-1. I think this is the most changeups he's thrown, Ben, this early in counts.
In a while, yes.
Is he starting to pitch backwards? Is that what it is? Because to get them off the fastball, maybe?
I think you have to. I mean, he's still been giving up the 2 hits.
There's a floater out towards center.
3 hits. That was another changeup. Maybe it's a little bit warmer today. Maybe he has a better feel for it today.
Yeah, whatever it is working. It's unfortunate they gave up the run to start the first inning, the home run the opposite way. And now Cervelli. The inside corner 0-1.
You know, Mike, you were talking about Cervelli and how you like what he features defensively, and that was when he was coming up. He was pretty much, well, he's going to be a very good catch and throw guy, but he's made himself into a pretty good hitter, career 275 hitter.
I think that's kept him being an everyday catcher, because he's been able to make himself into a 275 hitter. Out in front of a curveball, it's 0-2.
That's nasty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, very nasty. You can't do anything but pull it on the ground the other way if you do make contact. See, you just right there, it'd be a good pitch for me to make the point I was making last time in terms of, you know, where the pitch angle's coming from. Let's see if you get a moment to do that.
Swing and a miss.
There it is again.
5 strikeouts for Nola. Facilities products delivered the very same day. That's right. WB Mason delivers all the brands you need to keep your facility running, like Scott products that deliver superior value and an optimum balance of quality and affordability. All delivered for free by who? Who but WB Mason.
Get a throw over here.
How'd you know? Murph call that down there?
No, so if you look at Jorge, if you just see him flick his right.
Oh, you saw the signal.
I saw the signal, yeah. So if he flicks his right thumb, that would be a throw over.
Inside, 1 ball, no strikes to Moran, who hit it to a double play his first time up.
There's advantages to standing that close to the plate, but that ball there is not even close to the black. I mean, it's inside corner, but not black. And I just don't know how you can hit that ball from where he's standing. And I stood fairly close, but he is all over the dish.
Well, he must be able to hit it because, in my opinion, if you stand close to the plate, you want the ball. You like it in. Now, that may sound crazy. But who would stand close to the plate unless they felt comfortable hitting the ball close to him?
Right. Perfect example.
I'm a guy that stood far from the plate because I wanted him to pitch me away.
Right. Guy that I played against, Hall of Famer, Frank Thomas. We played with, actually, too. But he would stand way off the plate.
Yeah.
And he would dive out there for it. I mean,
those big old arms extended.
Yeah. That's a large human.
It's even larger now than when he played. See him on that commercial?
Yeah.
He's a big dude. I remember having dinner with him one night at one of the Sports Writers Awards. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Moran. Curveball swung on and missed. 6 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. Well, moments ago on the concourse, this is the reaction when the Sixers put away the Miami Heat to take game 3. And now they take a commanding 3-1 lead in the first round of the NBA playoffs. They outscored the Heat by 42 points in the 4th quarter. They win at 106-102. Redick had an unbelievable rebound on a miss by Dwayne Wade while we were in a timeout. Two outs, and Mercer bounces it foul.
Let me see if I can make my point that I was trying to make a minute ago. If we can get that center field camera. All right. These balls, well, oh, you got to hold that thing still. From the right-hander, the ball's coming more at this angle. From a left-hander, it's coming more at this angle. No, leave that. Of
Okay.
course.
I was asked to clear it.
Oh, well, I was going to say that's why righty on righty feels somewhat comfortable because of the slot the pitch is coming in, and somewhat uncomfortable and more comfortable when it's coming that way. So now you know why, like a Michael Franco or this right-handed hitter can keep that front shoulder, which is the key to hitting, on the ball longer, because obviously there's no fear of the ball from a left-hander to a right-hander. There is fear of the ball, whether you like to say it or not, from a lefty on lefty or righty on righty, especially a Nola. Right. So that front shoulder tends to go away too soon. And when that front shoulder goes toward the third base dugout too soon, that's where you get your rollover ground balls and your balls pulled foul and your swings and misses.
But being a hitter that the pitcher's always coming into me.
You're a switch hitter.
I know, but if you're righty-righty, so the majority of Aaron Nola's pitches are going to be going away from a righty. So wouldn't that make him stay on it longer, stay in there longer? Like if I have a slider that's going away from me, if I'm pulling my shoulder out, there's no way I can hit it. So if I say to myself, I'm going to keep my shoulder on it more from a pitch that's going away from me, that's how I'm going to be able to reach it. That's how I'm going to be able to get to it.
Well, if you knew every pitch was going to be a curveball, then yes, you could say I'm going to stay in longer, and when it breaks, I'm going to go out and get it. But you don't know that, because when he releases it right at your front shoulder, right at your neck, first thing is go, whoa.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what hitting's all about, to be able to stand in there when somebody like Nola is releasing the ball right at your body.
Up foul and out of play, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jordy Mercer.
Obviously, the opposite is that fear isn't there when a left-hander is throwing to the right-hander. And that's why I would still be playing if I were a switch hitter.
You'd have 1,200.
How much fun would it be to switch hitter?
I referenced you last night. You always say this game is made for left-handers.
It was really made for switch hitter. Man, I couldn't wait to get to the ballpark if I was a switch hitter. Nolan Ryan, who's he?
2 balls and 2 strikes to Mercer. And a strike 3 called. Right at the knees. He just struck out the last 3 hitters after the single by Dickerson. 7 strikeouts through 5 for Aaron Nola. Now he needs some runs. Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Adam Hazley, fresh off a 2-for-5 game yesterday. Well, today went 2-for-4 with a walk and RBI to run scored as Clearwater defeated Tampa 7-3. Jose Pujols was 3-for-4 in the ball game. Danny Mayer was 3-for-5 with a run scored, and Austin Listy was 3-for-5 as well. It's nice to see.
Jorge Alfaro down there exchanging knuckles with a couple little boys in the seats right by the on-deck circle. That was pretty cool.
Those are good seats. We sat there one time, and you are right on top of everything.
We don't need that on deck circle, do we?
Just there for the flair of the field. Altair struck out his first time up. And 1 ball and no strikes.
I think why Brault's been so effective today is because he's been able to keep the righties honest inside. He's getting outs in there, but he's also keeping them honest by rushing them, standing them up, and then going back down and down away.
I think he wants to get guys, all the big right-handed hitters. I think he ultimately wants to get them out with a changeup. You know, that fork, you know, splitter or whatever that pitch is. I mean, that's what he wants to set everything, just like Tom Glavine used to do. He wants to get you out. He doesn't mind pitching from behind.
Right.
You're more vulnerable.
3-1 fouled away. It's now 3-2.
So I always hated to miss that good hittable fastball too against pitchers like this.
Out toward right center field, and Polanco is there. And he makes the catch. 1 out here in the 5th inning. Phillies down 1-0. Murph, where are you?
You know, Tom, funny you should ask. I am in section 201 here on the 2nd level at Citizens Bank Park. And by the way, it is a great view, great place to watch the game. And let me ask you a question, because I'm here. There's a method to my madness.
Always is.
It always is. What's better than getting awesome Phillies tickets at a discount price? Well, free stuff to go along with those tickets. If you head over to Phillies.com/authenticfan to grab your specialty price seats, and while supplies last, you get a free hat along with other VIP surprises. So you get the discounted ticket, $4 off of every ticket, and the next Authentic Fan game, well, it is May 9th against the San Francisco Giants. So if you get the tickets through the website for that game, you'll also get that free hat. And who else? No, we don't know what else will happen as you're an Authentic Fan. Come up here in section 201, watch the game, and I guarantee you some other surprises as well.
I have to say, Murph, you said it's a great view. It's one of my favorite spots in the ballpark, particularly, you know, in the first row where the need help sign is, where it's next to the AT&T sign. It's just a beautiful spot to watch
I couldn't
a game.
get first row tickets, Tom, but you got a little more pull than I do.
No.
So
We're not saying that you need help, Murph. It's just the sign is there.
I should have said public service announcement.
right. I do need help. So
2-1.
You meeting some friends up there, buddy?
always. So I got some friends behind me. Say hi, guys. Yeah.
Murph, nice job with the face paint too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to finish that. The butterfly right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some guy just yelled, "Murph, you're in my seat." 3-1. Oh, we're pulling some hair. There's the face paint.
I really do think I'm in that guy's seat.
You have to get him a hat.
Come on down.
3-2.
Murph, did anyone ask to get interviewed up there tonight like last night?
Nope, no one's dropped in quite yet. But you just never know what's going to happen. You just don't.
Maybe able to find that same guy.
I'll start looking.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Alfaro. And he lifts that one out toward left center field. Fairly deep. Dickerson is back, and he'll make the catch.
Wow. I thought that was a short fly ball or pop up to the infield. It was carry right there.
That shows you just how strong El Oso, the bear, is. And that ball gets in on him, and he's still able to muscle it out there to the warning track in left center.
And he's had 2 good at bats. He walked his first time up, and he went to 3-2 there. Did swing at a 3-1 ball, a little outside, but 2 good at bats. Saw, you know, 5. He's seen 10, 11 pitches in his first 2 at bats, so maybe that'll help out.
1 ball and no strikes to Aaron Nola. Pirates upstairs 2-0. And a line drive caught by Rodriguez. That's one of the harder hit balls of the day for the Phils. They go down in order. We've played 5. We've got another pitcher's duel as we go to the 6th inning. Pirates up 1. Philly of the week is off to a sensational start in 2018. Out of the bullpen, Victor Arano took the mound for the first 3 weeks of the season and retired all 22 batters he faced. The 23-year-old rookie from Casamaloapan, Mexico, pulled off a 1-2-3 inning on 3 pitches. He did it against the Braves, becoming the first Phil to do so since Jamie Moyer performed the task in 2010. Arano has stepped up big for the Phils pen, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and Aaron Nola is down 1-0. He's allowed just 3 hits. The problem is Stephen Brault has allowed only 1 hit so far. And Aaron is set to face Brault, and then the top of the order for the Pirates, Rodriguez and Gregory Polanco. Here in the Philadelphia Phillies, we are such a tightly knit family, and we found out some sad news today. Our buddy Joe McDermott, who was a host director here at Citizens Bank Park, also worked at the Vet, passed away after a battle, and we want to send our condolences out to Joe's family. His 2 granddaughters work here at the ballpark. His 2 sons and daughter used to work at Veterans Stadium. And it was a family affair for the McDermott family when it came to working here in Philadelphia, as a lot of times it is. Joe was beloved by everyone that knew him here. He was always seen with a smile on his face and talking to anyone about Phillies baseball, any of the Phillies sports teams. He would have loved the Sixers victory today, and his Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the McDermott family, and I just hope they know how much he will be missed here at Citizens Bank Park for everything that he meant to us with the Phillies organization, but also the Phillies fans as well. No balls and 1 strike to Brault. Changeup missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty good rip.
We mentioned 7 for 28 in his career coming in.
Now hook him, Aaron.
Typical left-hander.
Throw him a heater in.
He can hit.
And he fouls it away. It didn't get all the way in. Bouncing ball foul. The last 2 outings for Aaron Nola, the victory over the Reds, he was given 6 runs of support. That's the high water mark for the season for him. Last time out, he lost 2-1 to the Atlanta Braves. 6 innings and 4 hits. He allowed the 2 runs. Breaking ball bounced out to shortstop, gobbled up by Kingery, and 1 away. Sometimes pitchers go through that where
that opening day, right? Didn't he shut him out for 5 or
5 1/3, 3 hits and 1 earned run? He had a 5-0 lead when they took him out. But these last 2 starts have really been magnified the lack of run support for him.
Seemed to be Cole Hamels for years here.
Curveball, and it's 0-1. Rodriguez may never see a fastball. He's provided the only run of the game for either team.
Second pitch, and this ball is touched off the scoreboard and right. Like I said, it was almost like a lefty hit it. He may have known he was getting that one.
It's 4 in a row, 3 in a row. Here comes a high fastball out of the strike zone. Nope. How many curveballs? What's a record for curveball sliders you've called in a row?
I was a big believer in keep throwing it until they hit it.
Was it Lance McCullers last year in the postseason with the Astros? His number of curveballs in a row it was in the 20s.
Yes.
In a row.
Yes.
Bouncing ball left side. Franco's got to hurry, and it bounces past his bare hands. That'll wind up being an infield hit for Rodriguez.
Yeah, there's nothing he could do. He needed to barehand that ball to make the play. He's kind of overran it a little bit. Ball bounces a little sideways. But he's gearing up for a quick barehand and release. Nothing you can do about that one. I wouldn't have bet on Sean Rodriguez getting a hit in that at bat.
Gotten in on Polanco twice tonight. Pop up to Michael, pop up to Odubel in center. Both pitches in. Kind of ate him up.
Curveball, and it's 0-1 on the outside part of the plate. Try to get through this inning with no runs. The top of the order is due up for the Phils in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Thank you.
High fastball.
Maybe he's bought into that whole slight uppercut theory on hitting this year.
Yeah, he could. I mean, he's been long in this series. Went upstairs again.
I guess Franco takes the double play throw.
Yes.
From the right side of the infield.
And is excited about it too. He likes the fact that
that'd be
he gets
fun.
to mix it up the middle.
Third baseman like a little something to do like that. I feel like they're more involved in the game.
And I would think that Michael would get the throw on a straight steal as well, because of the lefty being up and they have the shift on. More likely to pull the ball to the right side.
Didn't come all the way back. And it's 1-2.
Which is why a lot of teams put the third baseman where Kingery's playing right now.
Correct. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. 8 strikeouts for Nola. 2 outs. This Wednesday when the Phillies take on the Arizona Diamondbacks, it's the second Hatfield Phillies Frank Dower dog night of the season. You like dogs? Well, that guy likes dogs. He likes them on his shirt too. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets. It almost looks like a shirt that we would have worn, Ben, for that commercial we did in the spring.
Fanatic.
Yeah, where the Fanatic picked out our wardrobe. Marte is 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts. Popped him up. Shallow center field. Cesar's out. Odubel's coming in. That's going to be a tough play, and it drops for a hit. Rounding third, heading from is Rodriguez. The throw to the plate is not in time. The ball was up there for a long time. Odubel was playing back.
And that's the advantage with 2 outs. You know you don't have to stop. Just keep running. Much like J.P. Crawford the other night. Run as hard as you can until someone tells you to stop.
Look how deep Odubel was.
Yeah, he took 1 step back to first, and then he kind of gave up on it actually as Cesar was backpedaling out to center field, and I think Odubel thought, well, he's going to catch it. He's going to catch it. Maybe never did pick it up again. I think we had a shot at home if Cesar would have got some momentum behind that throw.
Yeah,
and had it on
ball
line.
at the mound.
Yes. How about those 2 hits to score Rodriguez?
It's a shame. I mean, that's a ball that has to be caught.
Yes.
I know Odubel was deep. I know Cesar was running a long way. I think it's more Odubel's ball than Cesar's ball. And if he had come running in, it's kind of like, it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of like the conversation that Gabe Kapler had with him after the game in Atlanta. You know, call everybody off, take charge. And if he kept sprinting in, I think he would have had that baseball. But the Phillies are down 2-0 with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. The count is 0-1 to Bell. And he bounces that one off his foot. It's 0-2.
So that's another scoring from first on a single.
Yeah, because
right?
he went to second on the throw. So
right.
Yes. How about that?
Twice in the same series.
Baseball's changing, Ben.
Yeah.
The distance Odubel had to go to catch that ball was 82 feet from where he started. And he's run those kind of baseballs down before. 0-2 pitch coming. Fastball in. I mean, the other thing, too, you could say that, I mean, Cesar could have turned instead of backhanding it almost. But it was just up there for a long time. I give Rodriguez credit. He was moving with 2 outs and figured he would. He had no choice but to keep on going. To third, picked on one hop by Franco. And that'll wrap up the 6th inning. But a run scores on a single by Marte. Hernandez will lead it off when we get back at the bottom of the 6th inning. Look at Stephen Brault, the left-hander who has been dealing today. Not overpowered dealing, but just dealing with all of his off-speed pitches.
He's been able to execute with all of them. In, out, up, down. He's been very effective on the inside corner to the right. He's been able to back foot that slider, break that to Aaron Altair. He's been really good.
So he's allowed just the 1 hit, the single by Maikel Franco. He's walked 382 pitches as we begin the 6th inning. But the Phillies at the top of the order due up. 3rd time through. And Cesar shows bunt and bunts it foul.
I think that's great that he's gotten confidence in bunting the ball, getting bunt hits. So he'll get, 15, 20 a year probably now.
Just adds to his arsenal. Out toward right field. And Polanco goes back and makes the catch. So we are the 3rd time through the order. And Brault is at 84 pitches. The Pirates do have somebody up and warming in the bullpen. They have Michael Feliz. There he is. He pitched in last night's game. Anything to the 8 fly ball outs that the Phillies have? What is that telling you guys about just the way Brault's pitching? Is there anything that it's showing? They just out front on it. They're just missing the barrel.
Well, he doesn't like. He's got the turnover pitch, the splitter, but he's not like what you would call a sinker baller that would get a lot of ground balls.
Right now there's a delay because I think Francisco Cervelli is saying to the home plate umpire that Carlos Santana's back foot is out of the batter's box. The chalk is obliterated, and now Clint Hurdle's coming out as well. Here's before the last pitch. He's looking down at it. Said something to the umpire, and then he stands up.
There's some truth to that. He does look like he's out of the batter's box.
You could see sort of the shadow of where the chalk line was. And now Santana's digging about a half-inch up. Yeah, there he looks like he's on the white line.
Yeah, now it looks like he's up farther.
Ooh, we got a big plate today. Must be. Reminds me of the old Frank Pulley days. Better be swinging those bats today, boys.
That ball hit him, I think, in the jersey.
Yeah.
If it did, he needs to go down to first base.
Well, the umpire raised his arms up.
Yeah.
Why did he raise his arms up if he didn't think it hit him?
Can you replay that?
Well, they can review it, yeah.
Well, Carlos isn't going anywhere.
He asked. I can't tell whether it hit him or not. But look, the arms go up. That usually means dead ball.
Right. I mean, Carlos would go to first base here. He's bring up the tying run to home plate.
All right, they want to review it. Take another look.
Yep.
It looks like it does get the front of the jersey. So Bill Welke's the crew chief. He'll run in from second base. And the home plate umpire Lance Barrett will join him with the headset on.
How about this one? Ben, have you ever known that ball hit you and no one notices it but you? Like it, just grazed you, or I had one graze my chin one time, and not going to first base because you wanted to hit.
Really?
Oh, sure.
No, I've never done that.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be like Nolan Ryan or something like that.
But you had one graze your chin?
Yeah.
Do you have some whiskers that
Did you
day?
have a beard that day, or?
No, just stuck in there too long. Just it's like a boxer,
So the catcher caught it, but you were the only one that noticed it?
Yeah.
That is something.
Well, replay noticed that Santana was indeed hit on the front of the jersey. So he's on first base, and Odubel Herrera's coming up. Clint Hurdle is going to go to his phone and ask his guy. It's also looked like he was about to look at the roster to see if Feliz was ready. Popped up, foul.
This will be.
Odubel provided our Toyota turning point in last night's ball game. This big hit we talked about in the open.
Triple down the line, hooks it inside the bag. That scored Cesar, put the good guys up 2-1 at the time.
I think he thought that ball was going foul too when he hit it, because he kind of stayed at home plate and it kicked back into fair territory.
No balls and one strike to him. Inside, 1-1. And Odubel provides us with our Nissan upgraded to the technology of tomorrow today. He's reached base safely in 21 consecutive games. It's not the longest active streak, though. Brian Dozier has a 31-game streak. Charlie Blackmon's on that list as well. This is the fourth time Odubel has reached 21 games. And trying to get on base here to extend it to 22.
I think this is Brault's last hitter.
With the righty Feliz warming in the bullpen.
Everything that he's thrown today is going down. Like it's there, and then last minute a fastball changeup, slider, it just has everything's going down. And I think that's why he's missed a lot of barrels today, because of that late movement. Phillies hitters think they're on it, and all of a sudden that ball's moving. Doesn't have to be a ton. They're not finding barrels.
Bouncing ball up the first base line, foul. And Odubel staying alive. It's 2-2. Rhys Hoskins on deck.
So we need one of these good old-fashioned Odubel at bats where he just grinds and grinds and grinds, pecks away, and then pokes something somewhere for a hit.
Bouncing ball through the hole on the right side. There it is. Santana on his way to third. And the Phils have first and third with one out. And Odubel Herrera has now reached base safely in 22 consecutive games. That's a personal best.
Folks, that's where you see a good two-strike hitter right there against a tough left-handed pitcher.
How about this for hand-eye coordination?
Yeah, watch him reach out to make contact with the ball. Just contact. That's all I'm trying to do. I'll put it in play. Doesn't have to be pretty. Look at that. Sneaks through the right side.
That is pretty amazing, though, the hand-eye coordination to do that. Well, Clint Hurdle has gone to the home plate umpire for a double switch. We'll have a new pitcher when we return. The Phillies are down 2-0, but threatening. Local Chevrolet dealers. And by Jefferson Health, call 800-JEF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Well, the Phils are threatening for really the first time today, as they have a couple runners on with one out, and their best power hitter, Rhys Hoskins, coming up. There's a peek at the Cavity Busters Fanatic Fun Zone. That is always crowded.
All right, fun at bat here for Rhys Hoskins.
David Freese takes over at first base for the Pirates in this double switch. Michael Feliz will take over on the mounds.
Old friend of mine, last name's McCarver, just called. Said how impressed he was at what I predicted would happen happened.
Odubel, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, he's got an idea about this business.
Yes, he does. I'm just going to say, I mean, how exciting is it to have a Hall of Fame broadcaster / baseball player call you during a broadcast?
Hoskins waits. Feliz delivers. And a strike 0-1. Well, it's kind of as exciting as it is to have a Hall of Fame third baseman sitting next to you in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, we just have the best third baseman to ever play the game sitting in between us. No big deal.
Timmy, we love you, though. Timmy, we love you.
Oh, shucks, guys. Thanks.
Santana over at third base. And Odubel at first. Phillies trying to scratch a run. Mm, 0-2.
Don't you just hate that? Big old reliever like that out there and go boom, boom, and 0-2.
Both fastballs.
Now you got to grind.
Fouls it away, staying alive. 97 that he just peppered foul.
He had an at bat last night where he got a run in on a low and away breaking ball. a tough at bat and finally got a run and beat the throw out to first base. It turned out to be a big run in the game.
That one is hit well, deep to left field, foul.
That in his first at bat.
We should have got that one out over the plate a little bit more. You know, ideally, we don't say much about Reese, but he's got one of those launch angle swings, and it works for him.
Upstairs.
Now we got that one out of the way.
Steven Brault just watches now. Fouled away again.
Keep working.
Tell by those swings that he is thinking the same thing we are. Man, I got to guard this plate. I got to grind out something here, put something in play.
In the air to left field. Going back out it is Dickerson. Back toward the wall. Gone! Three-run home run! The Phillies have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
You know, I kind of like those high socks he's wearing today. Wow, that's a big at bat right there, right?
Down 0-2.
Yeah, 0-2, 2 fastballs. David.
Earl Weaver's a happy man right now. Love that 3-run homer. It's exactly what we got here.
And funny, I can't understand why he didn't throw a couple of breaking balls when he got to 0-2 on him, you know. Tried to get him to chase.
After he hung the one and hit in the second deck, he comes back, and funny thing is, Reese didn't even get all of this. Not even close. See it get hit on him just a hair, but when you finish through the baseball, you're going to get that backspin.
Well, there's the breaking ball. He throws it to Maikel Franco. Brault was not happy when he saw that ball leave the bat of Hoskins. He tried to hide his frustration as best as he could. So the Phillies now with only 3 hits have a 3-2 lead.
You know why that occurred? Was because he got really short and soft on a couple of tough pitches, got pieces of them, and then he got the ball right down the middle.
Inside, 2-1.
Produce a 3-run home run after you've got down 0-2 against a guy throwing 97, 2 fastballs in a row. Big league hitting right there.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Now there's a good example, fans out there, of what I was saying earlier about the tendency of the left shoulder to go flying a little bit early. The ball's entering the hitting zone from a totally different angle than it is from a left-handed pitcher.
Change up. Well, he pitched to Hoskins totally different. Maikel totally different than Rhys Hoskins.
Well, you know, the 2 breaking balls that you saw right there, I would have featured at some point to Rhys Hoskins.
Good boy, Rhys. 4 home runs now for Rhys. 18 runs batted in. His average continues to climb with 2 strikes.
No panic.
You know, the point you made, there's no question he pitched Franco tougher than he did Hoskins. Right?
Totally different plan.
Well, he busted him up and in one time and threw him 2 breaking balls on the outside corner.
Even if he had done that to Rhys 0-2, is maybe busted him in. Santana warming up in the bullpen. Edgar Santana warmed up in game 1 of this series. 0-2 to Kingery.
This guy did a heck of a job coming into the game, except for one pitch.
Isn't that what good hitters do, though? You make a mistake, they're going to make you pay for it.
Swing and a miss.
Man.
Back-to-back strikeouts after he allows the home run to Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins' 3-run home run has given the Phils a 1-run lead. He was down 0-2. And he kept on throwing them fastballs. And Hoskins hit it into the second row for his 4th home run of the year. On to the 7th. Phils just hit a 3-run home run thanks to Rhys Hoskins. They lead it 3-2 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Look at this reaction from the fans when Rhys Hoskins went out. I mean, I loved it when Pat Burrell used to do that. You know, the fans used to react to Pat Burrell and Raul Ibanez. I mean, it was so cool. You get chills when you see that happening.
Yeah, that's got to be a good feeling. You got to get a little salute or something, a little tip of the cap out there, right?
Yep. There's Corey Dickerson. He's 2 for 2. Bouncing ball foul.
All started with a little replay of the tip the jersey fastball. Santana, right?
Phillies are now 4 for 4 on reviews, on challenges this year. That's a credit to what goes on under the stadium and the folks that take a peek at it and how quickly they get to it. Fly ball, short right center. Here we go again. Cesar sprints out. Here comes Odubel. This time he makes the catch.
Wow, they are hitting some balls right out there in no man's land.
But it's nice he made the adjustment.
Yes, absolutely, Ben.
He made the adjustment.
Now, he wasn't as deep this time.
Wasn't as deep. Was not pretty. But he gets the job done. Kind of calls off. You see where Cesar veers to the right. That's apparent that Odubel's saying, I got it. You can see him saying, I got it, I got it, I got it. He comes in. He's the captain of the outfield. Nice job by Cesar getting the heck out of the way. That's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
And I'll say he wasn't as deep, but he was actually shaded over to left center a little bit too.
He was not letting that ball drop. And I think Cesar was waiting for a Yo Tango out there, wasn't he? Please, I'm halfway out in center field. I want to hear something. Was it Yolo Tango?
Yolo Tango.
Yolo Tango.
1 ball and no strikes to Cervelli, 0 for 2. Boy, his changeup has been on point today. 1-1.
That's what you call command, isn't it?
It is.
Huh?
It is. That's seeing that mitt and executing your pitch.
You used to call it control. When did it turn into command?
I guess when you can do it repeatedly, I don't know. Good question.
Bouncing ball foul, and it's 2-2.
He's thrown one ball down the middle the whole day, and it went into the right field seats. Second pitch of the game.
Just 89 pitches for Aaron Nola.
Get it there.
Fastball bounced toward the middle. Charging Cesar. He's got it. Sweeps in. Throws to first in time.
Well done.
Great play, Cesar. Good jump on the ball. Full speed into the infield. Basically had the play planned as he was running in there. Quick release.
It's a tough play because all his momentum is going towards the third base dugout. He's got to gather himself, fire back across his body. Still a good firm throw to Carlos at first base. Helps have a catcher running.
2 outs. Moran is 0 for 2. He is struck out. He's also hit into a double play.
Well, big question here is Aaron gets through this batter and out of the inning. 93 or 4 pitches. That'd be all.
Change up again. 1-2. Well, he's due up to bat third. I don't know. They might let him go back out there if he's, if he's within. I could be wrong. The way it is now.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. And back in the old days, your number one guy, he wouldn't come out of the game. A game like this, but then again, with the arms we have in bullpens nowadays, that's the big difference. And risking, sending Aaron into the 100 pitch range.
I think he's done.
Early in the
You
year,
think he's done?
yeah.
Okay.
I think he's done.
It wouldn't surprise me. This would be one of those ultra quality starts that they have. Down the left field line, going toward the corner. Hoskins on the run, and foul.
That'd be amazing if that was just into the stands and you had brought your glove and you could catch it. God, like this guy to my left. What a dream.
Mike, we're going to be down.
How'd that feel?
We're going to be down. It felt awesome, by the way. We're going to be down the left field line right there. That's where we're broadcasting from this year. What do you think about that?
Oh, I know that. And you will get some balls.
Yes, we will.
During the game. Yes, you will.
Yes, sir.
And you will have a glove because some of them could be line drives.
Yes, we will. Bouncing ball left side. This could be a tough play. It'll be an infield hit. All right, so StatCast is going to help us with Odubel's catch this inning. Watch where he starts. He goes 103 feet. Now, we mentioned it was 85 on the last one, so 103 feet. He wasn't as deep, but he was shaded over toward left center. So that's why you think that he could have made that catch the previous inning. He should have.
That had potential for a collision, too.
No question.
Well, the catch probability on that first one, or I'm sorry, the hit possibility of the hit potential was 1% of that. The first one.
Really?
It was 1% of that one falling for a hit.
No balls and 1 strike.
They adjusted it to 5%.
But
still only 5% of the time that's going to drop for a hit. What's that, Mike?
Yeah, and the last one was 95. The one that they caught. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
The one that dropped was a 5% chance that it would drop. Watch the path. This is the first one. He stepped back like you said, Mike. Yeah, he knows he should have made that ball. See, catch probability 95%.
He probably kind of just gave up on it when he started back.
1 ball and 1 strike to Mercer. Rick Kranitz looking over the lineup card. They've got Morgan up. They may get another right-hander up. That ball's hit deep to left field toward the corner. Hooking foul.
That one had me worried, boys. You know, the flags are kind of limp right now. I was a little worried that that wind might have blown that fair.
I don't think it had the distance, but from up in the booth, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Very hard to tell. Be the 100th pitch of the day for Aaron Nola. Let's see if he can make it 3 times to get Jordy Mercer. Opposite way. Altaire's playing that way, and he won't get there. Foul ball. And it remains 1-2. Remarkable that he was playing in that general vicinity.
After the fact they just hit one down the left field line.
But that's, you know, what we talked to Chris Young about the other day, the Phillies assistant pitching coach, who also handles the outfield defense with Sam Fold. You know, they go through all the numbers.
Apparently he doesn't hit a lot of balls at that State Farm sign out there. They have a football field.
Yeah, there's a lot
between,
of room.
Odubel and Reese.
Curveball line foul.
Heads up.
All right, now tell me about that, Tommy. You're all over that when it comes at you, right?
I would hope so. That thing was smoked.
Yeah, they're all looking at something. Hope didn't get somebody down there. I had somebody ask me, why don't they have those screens down all the way down the left field line?
It may eventually happen.
Yeah.
Try to get him to go after a change up, down and away, 2-2.
Putting together pretty good AB right now. Finish him off right here, Aaron.
Got him. Got him with a changeup. Jordy Mercer's been struck out 3 times this afternoon, as Aaron Nola is able to nurse this 1-run lead by leaving a runner over at first base. We'll move on to the bottom of the 7th after we stretch. Fans trivia quiz answer. All right, Ben, Mike, here we go. Who are the only 2 Pirates with 4 career 3 home run games. The only 2 Pirates with 4 career 3 home run games.
Well,
there you go, Mike. Go ahead.
oh, yeah, we were talking about it, and we both agree on one, Willie Stargell.
Willie Stargell is correct.
But he has a different second player than I do.
All right.
So I have.
But mine would be more interesting
All right.
than his.
All right, Mike.
I'm going to go with Ralph Kiner.
All right, Ben, who do you think?
I think it's Dave Parker.
Mike, congratulations. You are the winner of the Ram Truck
Wow,
Stump
how
the
about
Fans
that?
quiz answer
Wow.
today. For your efforts, you get the home version that you could take with you.
Nice going.
Pulled that name out of the hat. No, not of a hat. I mean, I thought about old Pirates, great home run hitters.
Aaron Altair greets Santana with a liner out to center field.
Got a little technical difficulty here.
Keita was going to stay with us for the rest of the day, whether she wanted to or not.
So I came up with Kiner from back in the day, way before me. Good old Ralph Kiner.
Santana's numbers: 7 games, an ERA of 6.
By the way, Aaron Altair just smoked the ball to center field. That's a good thing to see, even though it didn't drop in. Quality line drive there.
The only problem is when you're hitting 085, it's kind of like, that's
Yeah.
great. You know, you'd rather take a doinker to right or whatever. But you're right, that ball was scolded. He hit a ball the other night, Mike, in Atlanta. It was 115 off the bat. Exit velo was 115.
What's the average?
I think league average 85
Yeah, in the 80s.
in the 80s, mid 80s.
Good toward the hole. There's a base hit for Alfaro.
That's very big. That just get that confidence back. That's what he needs. Man, he stands up there with a lot of authority at home plate. He's just big, he's strong. Hits a breaking ball for a base hit.
Well, he had been 0 for his last
sign.
9 before that hit, but even the struggles had gone past that too.
Well, you know, the 2 at-bats prior against the left-hander, he saw 10 pitches, he drew a walk.
Fouled it away, and it's 0-1.
Nick Williams comes off that bench swinging, doesn't he?
He does. Watching his BP today, I mean, he was crushing the ball. He knew what his role was today, so I think his approach at BP looked like it was a little different. Oh, and 2. Luis Garcia in the bullpen. He'll take over for Aaron Nola. And he's down on strikes. First base is occupied, so no need to run. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right. Thank you very much, Tom. This week in baseball history presented by Geico. How about April 21st, 2016? Jake Arrieta throws the first no-hitter of the Major League Baseball season, beating the Reds 16-0. Was the highest scoring no-hitter since Bud Galvin threw one back in 1884, where he won it 18-0. He improved to 4-0 on the season at that point, an ERA of .87, and it was his second career no-hitter. April 21st, 2016.
Well, it's thrilling to have one. I mean, to have 2 and a Cy Young Award as well.
Oh, Bud Galvin.
Bud Galvin.
Have his baseball cards?
They'd probably be worth something right now if you had it. Arrieta was good the other night in game 1 of this series. Kind of set the tone for the series. Foul back, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a lot of records in baseball that might be broken. A lot of records that I don't think will ever be broken. The 7 no-hitters by Nolan Ryan, I don't think will ever be broken.
Yeah, there's a lot that won't. Pete Rose's hitting record will never be broken.
You don't think so?
No. Well, I mean, Suzuki. Depends how you look at that, right? Ichiro? I mean, help me.
Well, he surpassed. That combines his professional Japanese
overall
career.
hits. I got you.
The stolen base record will never be broken.
Not in this day and age,
No
unless
chance.
somebody changes the course of how a stolen base is valued.
But 7 no-hitters.
1 ball and 1 strike to Cesar here in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Think anybody overthrow back-to-back no-hitters like Johnny Vandermeer? I mean, I guess that there's a
Doubtful,
little,
but
there's a little luck to that. Skill, a lot of skill, but a bit of luck. Bouncing ball right side. And that'll wrap up the 7th inning for the Phils. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll go on to the 8th inning. It's the Phillies 3 and the Pirates 2. Mobile, we watched the at-bat to Rhys Hoskins, pitch by pitch from Feliz. Those are the first 2 fastballs, and then Rhys goes to work, fouling one after another off. That's the only breaking ball that was thrown in the at-bat.
That was a tough pitch, too, right there. He got a piece of it.
And then watch this as he goes to first base with Jose Flores. Look, they fake the handoff, little play action. Jose sets up in the pocket, little tight end screen.
What won't they think of, huh? To have your wits about you after you just hit a 3-run home run, not to forget, hey, let's not forget the draw play handoff over there.
Well, that's giving the Phils a 3-2 lead. And now Luis Garcia takes over.
Just when you think you got it all covered, something new comes, they come up with something new.
I should say H-back screen, unless the tight end was in motion and he was in the backfield. Here's David Freese. He came on as a part of a double switch. Tough hitter. Hitting .240 this year with a couple home runs. And a first pitch in there, 0-1. See the line score in today's ball game. Phils were down 2-0 as we went to the bottom of the 6th inning before that home run by Hoskins.
had some bite on it.
Outside and 1-2.
Luis Garcia gets it up there. He just doesn't look like it, does he? I mean, he doesn't have a lot of effort. 97
with life.
And on the outside corner with that life. 1 out here in the 8th inning.
Too close to take. I don't think Pirate Ben's going to be too happy with that. Freeze thought it was outside.
Take a look at pitch cast presented by P.J. Wheelhands.
Little yank in there by Jorge. Look at that. Look at him pull it in. You think? Now, how do umpires react to that? Do they ever say something to you like, hey,
some guys will say,
don't be yanking it in?
Yeah,
like
some guys will say, leave it out there.
You make me look bad. Now umpires know that that's common. That's a common thing to do, right?
You try and present it as well as you can. Obviously, the eye's a lot faster than the hand, so he's going to see what he sees. And
now, I would think our listeners out there, are you talking some catching fundamentals now?
Right.
How important it is to frame the ball and catch it soft, and I think Cervelli does an unbelievable job. So that's what I meant by umpires. They know that the catchers that try to do that to them, right?
Oh, without a doubt. They study catchers like hitters and pitchers study umpires.
Really?
Absolutely. I've had umpires say, you bring up a certain name. Oh, I can't stand working behind that guy. Or he's a pleasure to work behind.
Tell us, Ben, who are some of them that they didn't like working behind? No balls and 2 strikes to Rodriguez, who has 2 hits today, a home run to right and a single, and then scored. Swing and a miss. They got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Garcia. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer or visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast free delivery? Nobody does it better. Well, Gabe Kapler is going to make a pitching change. A dominant 2 batters from Luis Garcia. Garcia will get a nice round of applause as he checks out, and Adam Morgan is coming on in. A reminder that after the ball game, there'll be a post-game concert featuring Zed. Your game ticket will get you in for the concert after the ball game. But enhance your experience by purchasing a field pass to enjoy the show up close from the infield. Tickets and field passes on sale now at Phillies.com/Z. Luis Garcia outstanding against the two batters that he faced, and now Adam Morgan. Morgan will come on to face Gregory Polanco. Lefty sitting just a $154 against Adam Morgan. First pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, it's the value of 2 lefties in the bullpen. And I like the switch. I do. I mean, Garcia probably didn't want to be taken out of the game and come and get 2 right-handers out. I can get left-handers out. But I always like to play the matchups late in the game.
1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, whether you agree with it because of Garcia's explosiveness, this is predictable, lefty on lefty.
I have no issue with this move at all. None.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bouncing ball foul, 1-2.
His ability to do that right there.
Good location. That's
if
right.
you're lefty, I would be diving
Right,
because
right.
lefties, they don't like to throw in a whole lot. But Adam Morgan has no issue with it. Give me that fastball and go ahead. I'll throw it in there.
A cue shot toward third. Franco backhands, and he won't have a play. Well, that's just unlucky.
Now we got matchup issues, right?
Well, unless they go get Neris and have Neris with a 4-out save, and here comes Gabe Kapler. And Neris is going to come in, so they'll get the righty on the righty. And it may not be a 4-out save. They may put somebody else up in the 9th inning if there's any issue for Neris. But Morgan's day is done. Tough luck on that hit. We'll be back right after this. Ricky Metallico and Corey Seidman are in studio with Rob Ellis. They'll talk about this outing by Aaron Nola today, which was outstanding. The big 3-run home run by Rhys Hoskins. It's again only on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies post-game live. Well, Luis Garcia got the first 2 batters. Morgan, I mean, not much you can do about that cue shot.
Nothing. No.
And now Hector Neris, who has 3 saves and 4 opportunities, will come on to face Starling Marte here in the top of the 8th inning. Harris playing possum with Polanco over at first. One ball, no strikes, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Pitcher's spot is due up next. Adam Frazier's come out of the on-deck circle.
Got the outfielders deep, no doubles defense.
Check swing, foul ball, 1-1.
Refuse to let a ball get over their head off the wall. Keep it in front of them.
Vasquez and Crick are the two pitchers warming up. Changeup hit foul. That's split.
I don't know. I've always been a believer in guarding the lines. I don't really do that much anymore.
Everything's been in the same spot to Marte, that area. I think it depends, Mike. I think there are still, I think, more first basemen than sometimes third basemen we see guarding the lines when there's nobody on.
It seems like there's more balls for doubles that are hitting the gap or over outfielders' heads than there are for doubles down the lines anymore.
Late in games, yeah, I would agree. Runner goes, pitches hit in the air to right field. Aaron Altair is there, played perfectly, and that'll wrap up the 8th inning. 3 pitchers get the 3 outs in this 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Middle of the 8th, the Phillies 3 and the Pirates 2. Yep, you can join us out at the yard at Citizens Bank Park, which features free activities for our young Phillies fans. There's a peek at it right there. You can only see a little piece of it, and that includes the Citizens Bank fan field and the wall. You can launch some hot dogs. After the activities, treat yourself at the ice cream bar. And it's presented by Turkey Hill. Open before and during the game. Phillies.com/yard for more information.
Did you have your ice cream today, Michael?
Yes, sir.
What flavor today?
I had some kind of a caramel chocolate thing. Sorry, I don't remember the exact name. Gotta have that. Gotta go see Frank at 2 Scoops right after the opening. Tradition around here.
Had some words with Frank yesterday. I said, no salted caramel again? I said, you'll probably have it when Michael comes in.
2-0 outside to Santana. 3 balls, no strikes.
Santana from Santana.
Yeah, I guess that can get a little wordy, huh? And ball 4. I think Santana at the plate would have been comfortable if that was called a strike.
Man can get on base 3 times a day.
Yeah, 4th walk in the series. He's been on base 7 times. And now Clint Hurdle out for the double switch. He's going to bring the left-hander Vasquez into the ball game.
For one hitter.
Well, he's their closer, so they might keep him in to face Hoskins. So we've got a double switch going on. Frazier's going to check into the ball game in the field. We'll be back right after this. The base runner Michael Franco is trying to keep Luis Garcia loose on the bench. Odubel Herrera is about to face Felipe Vasquez, who formerly was known up until about a month or so ago as Felipe Rivero, the hard-throwing closer. He is 5 for 5 in save opportunities. This, of course, is not a save opportunity. He has not worked in this series. So I guess Clint Hurdle's thought is, let's keep this at a 1-run game as he makes a double switch.
Triple-digit fastball, wipeout changeup, mixing a slider.
Triple digit.
Yeah. This guy's got some cheese.
But his changeup is really what sets him apart.
Would you ever think of Odubel, even though he's your 3-hole hitter and pretty hot hitter right now, dropping a bunt right here?
Yeah, I would.
You know, even a sacrifice bunt against this tough lefty.
Fights it off foul.
And you got 3 righties in a row against him with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Rivero, or I should say Vasquez, I mean, he's got a live arm.
Well, not that he won't give him a tough at bat. I'm just saying little baseball sense, you know. I mean, a little something out of the box.
We've seen Odubel do that or attempt to do it. Even this year. In fact, he did it the other day in Atlanta where he tried to bunt, but he bunted it foul off the third base line.
Tom, would you consider this a quote-unquote analytical move, bringing your closer in this situation?
I don't know if it's analytical.
There you
That
go.
one gets away from Cervelli, and Santana, who he thought about going to third, will go up to second base.
Just for the fact that this
Yeah, I think there is some analytics to it, but I also think this may be a baseball common sense or instinctive move to bring your closer in because you don't want it. You're not scoring a lot of runs in this series.
Right.
And you don't want to make it a 2-run deficit that you have to overcome. Cervelli had no idea where it was, and I don't think he realized that Santana was going to put the pressure on him like that. So I guess in my mind, the move was made instinctively by Clint Hurdle.
Knowing that he can't give up any more runs. Bring in
Correct.
your nastiest guy. But that's kind of what it...
Ooh, first base is open too, and Odubel's going to be aboard, and over to third goes Santana. Back-to-back wild pitches.
Boy, does that change things right there. That gets Hoskins, keeps Hoskins from being walked.
Not the best position to block these last two pitches is Cervelli. Tries to backhand it instead of getting over top, flipping your mitt over and trying to smother the baseball. He just tries to drop to a knee and pick it. It's not going to cut it.
Well, now Rhys Hoskins, who has 3 RBIs today, the only 3 RBIs, and they were big ones. The Phils were down 2-0. And now he's trying to add to that lead. Well, those are solid numbers across the board.
I tell you, that was a big change in the ball game right there.
Vasquez watches as Hoskins lifts that one to right field. Santana is tagging. The ball drops in for a base hit. It'll be an RBI single. It's 4-2. Phil's on top. Hoskins has all 4 RBIs.
When you're good, you're good.
Yeah, Polanco must have got a bad jump on that ball. Either that or he had a long way to go, because that ball seemed like it hung up for a while. Yeah, with Hoskins is probably playing a little bit on the pull side of right field. That ball's up there for a while.
Yeah, he sort of curled first.
He took a way bad route to that ball.
That was not a direct line.
Here's Franco, and he takes outside 1-0.
But who cares? You know, it won't look like that in the box score tomorrow morning, right? Line shot single to right field. Still nobody out.
And a looper out towards center field. And Frazier's able to run it down. 1 out. Frazier came on for Marte in the double switch. And Kingery is due up.
Getting back to that real quick though, Tom, it's just you don't
I know
always
you
hear
don't
about
often see
unwritten
it.
rules, but you don't often see your closer coming in to pitch on the road in the 9th inning.
I will give you that. I think we've seen so many
Or 8th
changes.
inning, I'm sorry,
We've
8th
seen a substantial amount of changes in baseball in the recent years that you don't see it that often.
Right.
You just don't.
And Clint Hurdle must think this is the most pivotal moment in the ball game.
Correct. 0-1.
Well, he had to come back out. He could end up throwing 30 pitches because he's got to work the 9th, right?
If for some reason they tie it.
Oh, yeah, if they would. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, if this hadn't all gone wrong for him.
But we said he's had a couple of days off, so. Kingery fouls it. And Cervelli is going to use a trip to the mound. Not that it matters at this point. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Little lady's bundling up a little bit more as day goes to night. Gets a little cooler. And a line drive off the glove of Vasquez into center field. Odubel's around third, heading for home. Frazier's throw is way offline. It gets off Vasquez's glove, and everybody else moves up. Man, 5-2 Phillies on top.
Things get a little crazy here at the end of this game, but crazy good. Give Kinger credit for 2-strike contact right up the middle.
Vasquez tries to rush him inside with his fastball, and he stays inside enough and hits it back up the box. You see where Cervelli set up. He reaches back across his body.
Just snuck it up the middle.
And this is where it gets ugly for the Pirates.
Little offline there. On the
just a wee bit.
Second and third, 1 out, and the infield is in. 5-2 Phillies.
chance for Aaron Altair to get in the act.
Want to know? I got to tell you, the start the Phillies have had here at home is, well, it's beyond refreshing. I mean, compared to the way they've been at home the last couple of years. And it started last year in the second half of the season, but it's really carried over. Bringing a nice little energy back to the ballpark.
His fans are into it.
Yep.
And why wouldn't they be? It's fun and exciting baseball. Really is.
You know who I want to give credit to for this whole thing is Gabe Kapler too. We need to do that. I mean, I know the first couple games of the season got a little bit on the wrong side of the fans, you know, and everywhere I go, people ask me, yeah, what do you think about Gabe Kapler? You know, and he originally got a little bit of a bad rap because he's supposed to be so sabermetrics oriented. You know, he's supposed to be so numbers and computer guy, and got a little bit of a different way of doing things. Not really a set lineup with the exception of 2 or 3 guys. Plays everybody. You know, the attitude that everybody's a regular. Got all kind of modernized things going on in the clubhouse, and he handles everything really well. And let's remember one thing: he's got them winning right now at about a 65% clip, which translates to over 100 wins. I just want to throw that out there. It translates to over 100 wins.
2-2 to Altair. Well, I think, like with anything new, there is a time to get used to the situation, and hopefully they can keep it going. And particularly the games here at home have really been enjoyable to watch. Outside 3-2.
Good take there. There's that good changeup. Because you have to respect the 97 to 100. He's had a couple good swings this AB. He's just been a little tardy on that fastball. Put it in play. Stay up the middle here.
Bouncing ball back toward the middle. Diving stop Mercer. He bobbled it. And the throw to first not in time.
Good things happen.
Yes. You hit the nail on the head, Ben. Contact in the middle of the field. Makes up for that line drive to center last time up, right? They never even out. Right?
Never.
It is an infield hit. Now the bases are loaded for Alfaro. Kingery, look at Kingery in the background. He thought Hoskins was going. The ball hit Mercer right in the face.
Nice job just to keep that on the infield, though.
Alfaro is 1 for 2 with a walk. He walked his first time, singled his last time. Hector Neris the other day when we were in Atlanta was not happy. I mean, in a jovial way. He was not happy that they pinch hit for him with Ben Lively. They have somebody warming up in the bullpen now. but he is grabbing a bat, and he's got a helmet, and he's coming out. Oh, and 2.
Yeah, well, just when you make a comment like that, you're making it for fun. You know, how can I pitch it for me? You get it. You get a chance to hit, right?
Look at his teammates. Look at Mark Leiter's pointing toward the outfield grass. No balls, 2 strikes. Inside, 1 and 2.
Boy, a knock right here would go a long way. I mean, I know he got a base hit the last time up, but man, driving a couple runs in this game, he'll really get that confidence back.
Opposite way, picked. And the throw to the plate by Freeze. I think Cervelli was off the plate. He was.
Well, we'll be looking at that one.
If it stands, the Phils are on top 6-2.
But hey, you know what? It also goes back to good contact by Alfaro. 2-strike contact. Wow, good things happen with 2-strike contact.
You get in this position, you end up being a first baseman, right? You don't want to get in a set position.
Yeah, he's off.
But the throw just pulls him entirely too far. He does the right thing, but he just can't stretch that far.
And there's no way to push off the plate like you can push off the first base bat.
Very good point. Very good point. You got a great call by the umpire.
He hesitated for a moment because I think he had to rethink it.
Now that's a fielder's choice in an RBI, right?
Yes, it is. So it is going to be 6-2 as this call should be confirmed. I mean, even if it stands. This is a request for a crew chief review.
Again, Cervelli does the proper thing. You get in that situation, you're probably not. See the ball not in the mitt yet.
Welke confirms it. And now Clint Hurdle's heading out to the mound. And he's going to go back to the bullpen. So Neris will not face Vasquez. There will be an error charged to the first baseman, David Freeze. Phillies are up 6-2 with still 1 man down. Bases are loaded, 1 out. The Phils have scored 3 runs here in the inning to add to their lead. And Hector Neris will indeed bat. It's his first at bat since August of 2015. He'll face Kyle Crick. This will be the 4th game for Crick. Yaxel Rios has been throwing in the pen. Got a first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Well, that didn't look much like an at-bat where he wanted to hit. There's the whole team in the dugout standing on the edge there watching this at-bat. Oh, wow.
Stepped in the bucket a little bit. 0-2.
He's got to get a swing in here, doesn't he?
I would think so. If he doesn't, Ben Lively's going to say something to him. 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 straight fastballs.
Look at this. See, you said you wanted to hit. You said you didn't know how they could pinch hit for me.
Look at all. Look at everybody laughing.
I don't think he'll be bragging about his hitting prowess as the year goes on.
They should give him the silent treatment for that one.
I thought he was right on it.
Yeah.
What could the pitching coach be saying to him?
I think he's telling him that he's done for the day. 1 ball and no strikes. Or if they get a hit here, he'll be done. And they would bring Rios in. What do you think, Ben?
There's no reason for him to hit if he's not going back out there.
No, I agree. I agree. Breaking ball. Two balls and 1 strike to Cesar. Slices it foul.
I'm going to say it again. We said it early in the broadcast. I think this is one of the most beautiful swings in the game. I don't care. You know what I mean? His actions at home plate are unbelievable. That is a quick bat.
Letting it travel.
You kids out there watching this game, nice and relaxed, lightning quick, choking up now with 2 strikes. He's up on the bat a little bit.
Off the hands and a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Yeah, that'll wrap up the 8th inning. The Phillies send 9 men to the plate in the inning. They scored 3 runs to pad their lead. We'll go to the 9th. The Phils on top of the Pirates 6-2. Phillies are on top 6-2 over the Pirates as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Every time a Phillies pitcher retires, the opposition 1-2-3. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Adam Frazier will bat. Aaron Nola started the game. 7 innings, 6 hits, and 2 runs. First pitch, a fastball. It's 0-1. Hector has only one other save you just saw. That's 1 inning or more. Well, more than 1 inning, I should say. Rolled up the first base line, foul.
Highly unusual these days for a closer to go more than 3 outs.
Phillies have one already this year. It was a 3-out save by Jake Thompson. But that was a blowout that game. Oh, and 2. Over to the left side where that vacant hole is. Kingery. Even if he got it, Frazier would have been safe. So Frazier's aboard. He's been having a rough series.
That's nice hitting by him. He knows getting that fork ball and just poke it the other way. He's got a chance for a hit. You get a hitter credit every now and then.
It ends in 0 for 9 in this series for Frazier. And now Corey Dickerson, who is 2 for 3 today, with a couple of singles.
Big swing.
Fly ball up center field. Herrera into the alley, settles under it. And now Cervelli's coming up.
It's dropped about 10-12 degrees, hasn't it?
That has cooled off a little bit as we reach 7 o'clock in the east. Reminder, tomorrow we'll wrap up the series against the Pirates. Nick Pivetta against Trevor Williams. We'll be on the air at 1:30. The big Sunday show gets everything started at 1 o'clock. Cervelli fouls the first pitch, 0-1.
Tom, do you think they'll ever switch up the rotations to where they make it Nola, Arrieta, or Arrieta, Nola? Or are they going to keep it as is?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I want to ask that to Cranny tomorrow.
Yeah, I think if they do it, it'll be the All-Star break.
Really?
Well, I mean, that's the only. I think that's the only natural way of doing it, unless you're going to skip somebody. And at this point, it's hard to skip anybody, particularly if the goal is to keep everybody fresh as the year goes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good point. I'm just thinking, obviously a lot has to play out how the year's going to play out.
Mm-hmm. One ball, one strike. To Cervelli, and it's upstairs, 2-1. Inside voices, Ben.
How is that guy sitting there with that beautiful little baby with his arms like it's summertime?
Baby's warming him.
Nothing better than that.
It's like somebody's looking for forkball and got fastball and swung at it.
Popped him up. Down the right field line.
Stay in here.
Altair is there. All right, 2 outs. One more guy to get. That's Colin Moran. Seven innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. He's now allowed 2 runs or fewer in 8 consecutive starts, which is the 2nd time in his career. Rhys Hoskins with his 3rd career game of 4 RBIs or more. Yeah, the runner goes from first. Frazier. One ball and no strikes to Moran.
Just kind of peeling off a little bit today. Dragging the arms, dragging, and he's missing a lot arm side. So he's either pushing that splitter up and in like he did to Marte, or it's dropping down and away like he did to Moran. He'll tell you his split's the best when he's on top of it. If he gets to the side of it, he ends up pushing it and it's flat.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Like that one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, right on top of it.
Like that one. See where his hand is on top of that, and then you get the tumbling. Boom.
Is this where the fans usually stand up?
One more strike.
Cheering.
One more strike. Pull toward first. Diving play by Santana. What a way to wrap up a victory. The Phils have taken the first 3 games of the series against the Pirates. They come from behind for the 9th time this year. They win it 6-2. And that is one heck of an exclamation point by the Phillies first baseman. And for Hector Neris, it's a save. It's only his 2nd save of more than an inning. Look at this extension from Santana.
Great defensive first baseman. Saw him turn the double play earlier in the game.
Like Spider-Man.
He had a good game. Nice quiet game, by the way. Got on base 3 times, scored a couple of runs.
Our Chevrolet player of the game, Rhys Hoskins, a 3-run home run, an RBI single, 4 RBIs for today's ball game. Take a look at our W. Mason delivery of the game. This was a huge moment.
After going down 0-2, he gets one here off Feliz and doesn't miss it. That put the Phillies up 3-2 at the time, ended up being the game winner. They put it together that inning. Rhys Hoskins doing it all, and he's out on the field with Greg Murphy. Murph?
All right, thank you very much. Well, back in the 6th inning, this was a close game when you stepped to the plate and you continued to produce with 2 strikes. Take us through that approach. You're able to foul up a couple pitches till you get that mistake.
Yeah, I took a couple good pitches early in the at bat that luckily didn't come back to haunt me. But I knew what he had going in, and I've been pretty comfortable with 2 strikes all year, like you said. So there was no panic, and I just got a good pitch to hit.
A byproduct of that is obviously the win, but you also get Aaron Nola a win, and he deserved it in this game. Talk about what it's like to play behind a guy who consistently does what he does out there on the mound.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's fun to watch. It's you just appreciate the talent as a player, and you know, to have that on our team every 5th day, and you couple that with the rest of the rotation, you know, it's pretty fun. It's pretty easy for us to line up too.
Reese, with every win, you can feel the confidence in this team continuing to grow. What you're doing here at home has been so impressive. When you go back into that clubhouse, I mean, it's as if you guys are expecting to do this each and every night.
Well, that's the thing about this team. No matter what the score is, no matter what inning it is, there's no panic at all. We expect to win every time we step on the field, and you can see that in our play.
All right, we'll keep it rolling. Nice job today, Reese. Congratulations, guys. Back upstairs.
All right, Murph, thank you very much. The Phils win it by a final score of 6-2. Reese Hoskins with a big swing. He had 4 RBIs, but these 3 gave the Phils the lead for good. And how about Santana to wrap up the game? A diving play over at first. The Phils have taken the first 3 over the Pirates.